At least 30,000 Johannesburg bus commuters have been affected by the ongoing Metrobus strike. Workers affiliated with union Demawusa are demanding an 18% salary increase, plus a 15,000 rand COVID-19 allowance, among other benefits. Well, the strike enters its 9th day today, and commuters are asking both the union and the bus company to reach some kind of agreement. Well, talking to us now is Metrobus spokesperson Goodwill Shivuri. He's in Johannesburg. Goodwill, a very good morning to you. Thanks for your time. So almost 2 weeks into this strike, what is your plan, seeing as commuters, for the most part of it, have been left to find their own way?
Good morning to you, Veka, and morning to ENCA viewers. Okay, we are working tirelessly. I mean, there is a proper plan that may be activated soon to end the strike. But we do want to encourage our commuters to continue and just to exercise a little bit of patience. They have been very patient. This is the second week of the strike. There is a plan that we are hatching. We may be able to resume service as soon as possible.
All right. So, Goodwill, I mean, are you able to give us any kind of idea as to what that plan entails? We understand that, you know, the workers affiliated to Demawusa asking for that 18% salary increase, that COVID allowance as well, and a 14th check. So are you meeting them halfway at least now?
Unfortunately, we are not meeting them any halfway, and there are no negotiations in progress. We have not been negotiating with the union, but on the first day of the strike, we had a meeting that at least we were looking at picketing rules and agreement on how to go about picketing and follow the rules. So during the process, I mean, 2 weeks is a very long time for commuters. It's a long time for Metrobus and also the non-striking members not to be working. Iveka, this is due to the threats that we have experienced from the third day of the strike. But if you look at the issues that Demawusa is raising, these are conditions of employment. As indicated earlier on, these issues are negotiated at the South African Local Government Bargaining Council. So it is unfortunate that we are not involved or engaged in any form of negotiations due to that reason. But as far as Demawusa is concerned, we were willing to meet them and talk about issues that don't form part of the bargaining council, to at least look at those, because we don't want to duplicate the process.
Yeah.
So we have not been negotiating with them. There's not been any meeting. There are no meetings planned. We're just exploring, you know, legal alternatives for us that we can explore and see if we can be able to stop this strike.
All right. So what is your plan for commuters? You've asked for them to be just a little more patient. What is your plan? How long till they can get back on the bus and get to work?
Ideally, wouldn't even have allowed the strike to continue after 24 hours. At least a day or two would have been more appropriate. But unfortunately, we are now at the end of the second week, which is too much for commuters. Obviously, they have already preloaded tags that is costing money. So, I mean, we're looking at early next week, we should have a solution. I do want to allude to one little factor here, that we've been exploring an alternative that is looking positive for Metrobus, that we may be able to resume service as soon as possible. I just don't want to give a date like tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
And I suppose those commuters, like you say, who have money loaded, who would have been using it in this time, what happens now to the money that they've lost in this time, Goodwill? Will they be able, are you making a plan in terms of allowing them to use that money when you resume your services, or is that money just gone for good, it's lost?
Lucky enough, we have been encouraging our commuters since the beginning of the year, or during this COVID-19 period, not to be using cash. So we have stopped taking cash at Metrobus. We only allow people to buy tags and load tags. And if you load a tag, it gives you at least anything from 2 to 6 months a period to use your trips in that tag.
All right.
So they will not lose any of the money or any of the trips that they have purchased. And if one happens to lose or the tag expires during this period of the strike, we are able to credit the lost trips or the expired trips. So commuters can take comfort in that they will not be losing any of the money due to the strike. Or if anything happens to their tax because of the strike, Metrobus is in a position to credit the lost trips.
All right. So just to clarify, Goodwill, you say by early next week you should be able to communicate with commuters about them getting back on the bus and services resuming.
Obviously, Monday we should give a concrete update to all our commuters and passengers, just to ensure that at least service resumes. And we are hopeful that we should be able to operate as early as next week.
All right. Thanks very much for that. Goodwill Shavuri from Metrobus. Obviously can't give us the details of that plan at the moment, but just giving us an idea of when commuters might be able to get back onto the bus to get to wherever they need. They've been hard done by over the past 2 weeks or so.